What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Acts of Creation. So recently, Adam Jones has dropped a big promo video featuring a new song called The Witness, and I thought it'd be fun to break it down and see what's going on. Alright? So down in the description below, you can find a link for the tabs, and let's get started. Alright? I am in a drop D tuning for this. Now, the video is very cinematic, and I've always liked the symbolism in art. But that's kind of neither here nor there, but it's kind of fun to break down. There's probably a lot of it going on in this video. But the song opens up and the video opens up the astronaut falling down, and you have a piano riff, and we've arranged it for guitar, and there's a lot of kind of synth piano things going on that I've arranged for guitar, because there's really only a couple of riffs to jam on in this song. And so I thought it'd be fun to kind of look at that. Maybe you can layer it and see what it is and maybe get some insight to how we can layer composition in more of a cinematic kind of style, right? So the astronaut's falling, you have a piano riff that sounds like this. Okay? And just so you know, we are in 7/4 in this song, and I feels very comfortable to count it 3 and 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It makes it easy to keep track of where we are, okay? So I'm playing this open D, then 3, open D5, open D3. And then we're gonna go C on the 5th string, right? 3. Jump up to the A on the G string, 2, and then back to the D string, 5, 3, 5. So, like that. Now, like I said, this goes on, the astronaut's falling, the strings start coming in, we get all Hans Zimmer on it, right? But there's some layered, like, bell, piano melodies that are going on that I put into the tabs as well so you can see that. And very simply, going up to the 22nd fret on the high E string, or 22, 20, back to 22. And then that, as the piano riff goes on, that riff, that little melody actually changes to this. Right? And again, it's just another layer of the composition with the strings and that going on. I figured I'd include it because it's pretty fun. Just 22 and 22, and then 20 and 20, and then 20 and 22. Ending on 20 of the B string, okay? So, next the video starts, that kind of riff kind of fades and dies out, and as it does, something else swells in, and you get a very Tempest-style riff or idea. And again, it's, not on guitar, but it's there. We try to figure it out, okay? And at this point, the astronaut's kind of floating through the forest, right? And what's kind of cool, I don't know if they did this on purpose, probably, but maybe not, we'll see, On the reflection of the astronaut's helmet, as he's floating through the woods, you actually see a cut down tree. Does that cut down tree symbolize the tree that shows up later in the video? Who knows these things? Probably. Right? Anyway, so the riff goes like this. Okay, very Tempest-esque, right? So this riff is going to be 19 on the D, 17, 19 on the G, back to 19, up to 17, back down to 19 on the G string. That's the first half. And then that repeats verbatim, but you're going to end with 17, 19 on the G string. You're going to add 2 extra notes. Like that. And that completes the phrase of 7. Very cool, right? Very Tempest-esque, like I said. Now, very faintly and very briefly, there seems to be another little chimey melody that kicks in, and I was doing this. counter melody going on there. 14 on the G string, 13 on the B string, back to 14, jump up to the high E, 15, 13 on the B string. And then A, G, 14, 14, 12. C, G, B, 13, 12, 12. Again, it's very faint, kind of hard to hear, but again, it sounds good over the other riff. Okay? So at that point, the astronaut floats out to the open field, sees the tree, and then the main riff kicks in, or the main melodic riff kicks in, right? And my buddy Max Nessel, dude, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. I don't know which one it is. But a lot of you have seen his channel. He does great Tool like playthroughs with tabs and everything like that. Really good. I watched him play it, and he puts the melody all on the G string. Somebody else sent me a video of them playing it, and they were playing it like that. I'm not sure if they watched your video, Max. But it sounds great, and I can totally hear that. But if you watch any of my drop D ambient videos I posted recently, I'm a big cross string player. I love the way they rub against each other. So I was playing it a little differently, right? I'll just play it for you, and then I'll break it down. I like to play it like that. I love the dissonance and the cross string that you get on that, right? So I'm playing a power chord on 12 of the D string, so 12, 14. Right? And then we're doing a cross string second, 15, 12. And then you're gonna hit that 12 again, right? And then we're gonna move up to 15, 19. And then step down 17, 14. And then 15, 17 on the D string, right? Like I said, I can totally hear that melody on the G string, and I get that, but I think the cross string for me really brings out a lot. Again, I love the rub and the dissonance you get. And then plus, since the power chords come underneath it, right, they kind of drown out the open D string, and then the power chords are following those notes there. So I don't know, it works for me. I dig it. We'll see, right? But watch your timing. Could be a little tricky because even though we are in 7, the second 2 start on beat 2 in that measure, right? So that it kind of crosses the bar line, and you can really hear that in the power chords. You have open, 3, 8, 5, right? But your timing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so those 8 and 5 are on beats 2, just like the melody was. All right, and that kind of sums it up for all the riffs in the song, right? After that, it drops out. The rest of the Tool, rest of the band comes in. You know, the cool bass line, percussion rolls all over the place. The Tempest riff kind of comes back, that one. And then on top of that, there's like this cool organ. It sounds like some kind of organ synth kind of thing going on. A little melody that sounds like this. Right, and I'm playing that 19 on the G string, D, E, F, right? So 19, 17, 18. And then that repeats, and then you're just gonna add an extra note on the scale up to G. And then the quicker rhythm is down as you descend, okay? And that puts it back in time. And there you go, The Witness by Adam Jones and the rest of the boys in Tool. All right, really cool promo video, super artistic, super cinematic. For those of you who've gotten your hands on Jones' Signature, let me know how it is, because it looks pretty awesome. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Down in the description below, you can find a link for the tabs. As always, let me know what you come up with. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.